Hi YouTube, welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. My name's Michael and somewhere down there in the snow is Esme, my dog. So this is our first proper winter trip this year, and as you can see we have about 8 to 10 inches of snow. We do have the Can Am Defender HD10 and we do have it loaded with lots of gear. We're going to be using the Snowtrekker tent and the stove tonight. It's going to be pretty cold, and this morning it was about minus 18 I think when I got up, Celsius. So hopefully it's not going to be that cold tonight, but it's going to get pretty chilly. We're a little bit behind schedule. It's coming to about 3 o'clock and the sunset is about 5 o'clock. So we don't have a lot of time. We've still got to travel some distance to get to our campsite. The going's not great because the ground underneath is pretty soft. So it's not fully frozen up. So the machine is actually hitting some of the holes and digging in, as you can probably see. But we're having lots of fun, and if you'd like to come along with us, you're more than welcome. So Esme and I have just stopped for a bit of a break. We saw 2 deer so far, but they weren't in a position where we could actually take one of them, so that's fine. I'm not hell-bent on getting a deer this year, if I'm honest. But I am really liking this machine. I love that you can just pop up the window . I'm going to look down that big cut line. That's Esme just drinking. Yeah, and we saw a skunk as well, just running down the highway. That's kind of funny. Esme was intent in jumping out and saying hi, but that would not have ended well for Esme. But, okay, if anything else happens, I'll let you know. So just came across two lynx that just ran away, and I was just driving by and I can see what they were both up to. So right there's the rabbit kill, and they'll be back pretty soon to go pick that up, I think. Yeah, it's pretty rare to see them, and I've never seen two together. Well, it's pretty interesting. You can see their tracks. Well, I'll leave them to their lunch. So we've arrived at our campsite. This wasn't my first choice, but the conditions have been so bad today that this is one of the ones that I can actually get to. So still going to have a good time. We're going to be here for a couple of days, or at least one day, and see if we can get somewhere else. But yeah, it's been quite the day. Machine's done great. It's just the ground underneath is still soft. So with the weight of the machine and the snow, I'm just hitting a mud hole and just sinking, combined with the snow. There's nothing I couldn't get through, but it wasn't as simple as it should have been. So we're going to get to setting up the Snowtrekker tent and get some wood cut, get some food cooked, because I'm pretty hungry. Time right now is just gone 4 o'clock, and I can't tell what the temperature is. Feels like it's about -6 right now, so. Alrighty, you ready to get going, Esme? Okay, let's get the tent going. forgot my big shovel. That's why I'm using a little one. Nothing's set up yet, Esme. So I know how insanely expensive this cot is, but man, is it built well. Tight as a drum. Should make your bed. So once we've got this set up, Esme will have a nice warm place to sit. Or she can just get snow in the bed now. Yes, come on. Off, off. Get down. Oh, I'm not getting down. You get down. No, you get down. Come on. Up, up. Right, so we're all set up in the tent. Esme, come on. This is on a little bed. Just got a lot of sticks, and we're going to light the stove. Bit hard work this time around. I think I'm just out of shape, but I'm just going to get this done quickly because temperature is dropping. So I'm just getting bundles of sticks. Hopefully you can see I've just got it bundled with twigs. Let's give it a go. Do you have a piece of birch bark? Yeah, this is gonna help. This is like a monster piece of resin. I am gonna need that. I think we got that resin to light, so need to get some more sticks on that. What are you doing this? Good girl. So I've just been for a little walk and it's getting chilly outside. I think it's heading down to like -8, I would think. I think she's hungry. To give her some food. Yeah, it's getting pretty comfortable. The stove is pretty much stacked. I just dialed it down because it got too hot. But it's shot down pretty quickly, so I'll have to crank that back up again. Got my little chair. You see that? So actually quite comfortable. I think I'll kick back for a little while and then I'm going to have some supper because I'm pretty hungry. So Esme and I have had our supper and we've kind of settled down. It's 7:30 so far and the temperature is right there. Hopefully you can see that. So it's -10 outside and 15 degrees Celsius inside. So doing pretty good. Stove's running very well. I went out and got some extra wood, just some old branches and whatnot. I'm hoping it's going to dry out during the night if I can keep the stove going. If I pack it, this stove runs for about 4 hours. Yeah, apologise, I think my voice is going. Runs for about 4 hours when it's stacked. So I'll probably have to wake up in the middle of the night, and I probably won't, because we have the big sleeping bag with us. So we'll be probably just sleep all the way through. But in the morning, so I can get the coffee running, I've got a bundle of sticks by the side of the stove, and obviously I've got these sticks as well, so I can just get that going, and then I can get my coffee. Yeah, we're having a lot of fun, listen to our usual podcasts, and almost dozed off in my little chair. So the chair is actually a really nice addition to the camp setup. I'm still carrying way too much stuff though. I've got to figure that out. Yeah, something to think about. I'm just one of those people, if I've got the room, I'll fill it. So need to cut down. Let's just have a quick look at Esme. This is what we've got for our setup. Got my little candle. The little bucket at the side there, that's my kind of cooking bucket. I have those twigs down the side, and they'll come in handy in the morning. I'm just drying them out by the side of the fire. I'll kind of move them away before I go to sleep. And then I have my big bundle. I just took those twigs from the dead tree. Just thought they'd be nice to kind of feed in and dry them off, and my main wood's underneath. So yeah. And if you do run a hot tent, I do recommend getting one of these little gauges. Just helps you regulate the fire so you get the most out of the wood, so you're not burning through it too quickly, and you can balance the damper at the top as well as the damper in the door. You can see the damper in the door, but just by playing with those two dampers, you can actually balance it, keep the fire in the yellow band is where you want it. That's where you get the most energy out of the wood efficiently. So that's creeping down slightly. So what I'll probably do is open up the top damper slightly, just to let it breathe a bit more, and that'll come up slowly. And then for the night time, I'll damp the fire down completely, and what it should do is just kind of smolder and keep the tent warmish. But it really just kind of, hopefully the better coals will just keep the tent warm. If you'd like to keep up in real time on how my camping trips are going, you can subscribe to my Instagram account, and I'll put a link in the description for you. And I normally post like 3 or 4 pictures as I'm doing the camping trip, and then you'll probably see the video in 2 to 3 weeks time after I've actually been out. That's the normal turnaround for videos. So it gives you some idea of, what's coming, and, might be kind of interesting. So Esme and I are settling down for the night, and it's about -15 outside. It may go down to about -18, -20 tonight, perhaps. We did have the tent up to about +16 Celsius inside, which was very comfortable. And we've been using the little candle lantern just for light. I listened to the podcast, and it's been a very pleasant evening. So, time to climb into the sleeping bag. Esme's just down at the bottom, and we're both pretty ready for bed. We're going to get up quite early tomorrow, and I'm going to go and see if I can take a look at a deer, perhaps. It is hunting season, so Esme unfortunately can't come with me, but I'll see if she'll stay in the tent while I take a walk. And then we'll take a UTV ride tomorrow, and perhaps some grouse. That would be nice. It'd be very nice for lunch or dinner. So I'll wish you good night for now, and I'll give you a quick look at Esme. Good night, Esme. She's pretty tired too. So, good night for now, and we'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning everyone. It's the next day. My beard's all over the place. We had a pretty pleasant night actually. Wasn't too bad at all. The temperature did go down to my min-max. Minus 18.8. Hopefully you can see that. And the current temperature is minus 14.8 Celsius. So it's still pretty cold outside. We did have embers left in the stove this morning, so that was quite good. I did get up a couple of times in the night and just put a log on, just kept it going. So I think it dropped maybe to freezing inside. That's why the little thing reads LLL, because it's too cold to read internally. So it's normally around freezing when it kind of stops. But overall it's pretty good. Esme's just under here. Just got to put some wood on, and she jumped in my spot as usual. The setup for the sleeping arrangements wasn't the greatest. I forgot the reason I don't use this mat is because it's too narrow. So it was kind of like sleeping on a plank. So it wasn't the best. It's great if you have a mummy sleeping bag because it confines you. So if you're just a straight sleeper climbing a mummy bag, this is narrow enough. But if you have a wide sleeping bag like this one, you're literally just kind of trying to keep it under your body all night. So that wasn't the greatest. There is a bit of a slope to this as well, so the mat gets sliding, but we found a comfy spot, and we got, you know, reasonable amount of sleep. I decided not to get up this morning and go deer hunting because I don't think Esme would have stayed here on her own. I didn't want her kind of jumping out of the tent and chasing me. So I think what we'll do is we'll go grouse hunting first thing this morning, and then after lunchtime, when I can use the UTV, because of the Alberta laws, you can't actually hunt or carry a gun in a UTV until after noon. And then we'll head off and do some exploring, take guns with us. But yeah, having a pretty good time so far. So what we've decided for breakfast is we're going to go with the pancakes. So I have some instant pancake mix, which I'm just going to mix up in this little bowl. Have some, obviously, Canadian maple syrup, which will go nicely with it. Just need some water. Switch out this water actually. That should get me a faster boil.
found this Sea to Summit coffee filter actually works much better with a regular filter, so. Could have probably just got the little plastic thing I had before. I like this because it folds down. Probably a little bit too much, but for those of you that don't know about the Black Rifle Coffee company, it's a veteran-owned and employed company that supports veterans, and I have a subscription to the coffee, so I recommend it. It's actually good coffee too. Okay, I'm gonna get that cooking and I'll be back right with you. Okay, we've got our coffee boiling, or water boiling I should say. So we can pour this in without spilling it everywhere. I think our first pancake is probably ready. Maybe a little bit more on that side. So there we have breakfast. It's not a very round pancake. Oh, coffee's doing well. Well, that tastes good. I really like the instant pancake mix because it's so simple to bring with you. You just add water. That is very good. Okay, I'm going to enjoy my coffee, have another pancake I think, and we'll be right back with you. So we're going to see how the Can Am does on its first relatively cold start. I think it's like minus 10 at the moment. Seems to have started fine. It is a bit of a lazy starter, I've noticed anyway. The engine doesn't turn over very quickly, but that's pretty good. I do keep a spare booster pack with me as well, and I've always done that for quite a few years now. If I take a UTV with me, but one of the fears is on a cold morning not being able to get it started because you're pretty much hooped. So that's what I always carry, just in case. Pretty snowy still. All nice resin. Well, that's all my spare wood chopped and split. That'll take care of the next trip. Save me having to
have wood immediately, but typically when I come in, I'll try and find some wood and bring some with me. Makes life a bit easier. Whew. Working in the cold does exhaust you slightly. Oh, hello. Is that bad? Come on, up. Oh, come on, you can do it. So I think we can relax for a little while and warm up or cool off. So a slight change of plan. We've decided to pack up and we're going to head home tonight. We're going to spend the rest of the day traveling around and hunting till last shot, which I think is like 5:30. The reason is the forecast for tonight is going to be rain, so it's warming up and I don't really want to be in my Snowtrekker in the rain. I'm sure it would be fine, but I'd rather just keep it for snow. It keeps it clean. If it's going to rain, it's going to get muddy. White tent, it's going to get wrecked. I know it sounds a bit kind of prissy, I guess, but my stuff lasts me for decades. That's because I'm very careful on how I use it. So sorry about that. It's going to be the one night, but we've still got quite a lot of the day ahead of us. It's just gone 12 o'clock, so I've loaded up my hunting rifle and my my shotgun, and I'll show you that in a second. But we're going to leave our little happy place. This is all the wood we've put back, ready for our next trip. So we have quite a lot of wood ready, which is pretty cool. Got the truck loaded up. So much stuff. There's Esme. She can't wait to get going. So I have this gun rack. This is the Can Am in-cab gun rack. I don't actually like it. It's awful. Whoever designed it didn't do a very good job. I don't like the way it leans backwards. It really should be straight up and down. So I'm probably going to cut that weld at the bottom and straighten that up. And it would be nice to have it so it's threaded too, so I could spin it out. So I might just weld a collar in there and then thread the pipe. That might be an option. Yeah, this is my setup. My little tablet holder, my phone holder, drinks, this little cubby hole, another cubby hole under the top. This thing has got so much storage. Got my little snacks, my ammo box under there, my shoes. There's another box that goes under each of the other seats, which I may invest in, but she's heavy, but it's a great hunting wagon. We are pretty covered from yesterday, but so anyway, okay, let's get moving and see if we can find anything. Let's do some exploring. So we're all loaded back at the truck. It's time to head home. We're leaving a little bit before last shot tonight, but everything is just melting up and the roads are going to be horrendous. So I'm trying to get out ahead of it. I'd rather do it now where you can still see rather than why it's dark. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you're not already a subscriber, then please consider subscribing. I'm trying to hit 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's my next goal. So until next time, take care.
And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.